mountain diary entry on the 30th of January 2019. It's 4:45 in the afternoon, and very excited because winter has definitely arrived. I've been out each week since the beginning of this year, having some brilliant climbs, including Atlantic Slab this week. It was superb, and we could see the snow was just thawing from last week's fall, but now over the last 2 days it's fallen in much better quality and much better quantity. The temperature's low, it's around 0 Celsius, maybe -1 at the moment, and you can just see magnificent Tryfan in the background and Tryfan Bach that I'm about to walk past and head up into Cwm Tryfan to camp for the night in the snow. I'm really excited. So I'll just take a chance before it gets dark in like 20 to 25 minutes to mention that I put a video together earlier on today while I was packing for this little camping trip, and just giving you a little bit of information there on what I put in my pack, and particularly what order I put it into my pack. And I've added a couple of pieces of kit to my equipment, and you can just see here I've got a shovel, snow shovel on the side of my pack, and my walking poles as well. Really essential for setting up camp in the snow. I'm pretty excited about arriving at the camp location. It's going to be dark, head torch on, and just working to get a tent set up in snow, and that can be pretty interesting. If the snow's particularly deep, you can't really just drive pegs in like you would in the ground, and might have to resort to digging small trenches and burying items, maybe pegs sideways, a couple of pegs together, and the guy lines buried in the snow attached to those. Or you could use small rocks, and you could even use walking poles, an ice axe as a buried anchor for the tent. Just looking forward to arriving. So I've arrived at a spot in the valley floor to the east of the east face of Tryfan. Amazing views up there. You can see some headlights. People are standing in the North Ridge. And what I'm going to do now is just start flattening out this section, which would be ideal just to place the tent. And I've got a brook running there as well, giving fresh running water for cooking. I'm all set up. It's taken me a little while to get the tent ready. Just sorting out the ground. It's pretty soft. I packed some of the snow in. It's pretty damp in this valley, and I've taken everything out of the backpack in the way that I'd planned, and as I've mentioned in my video from earlier in the day about packing and preparing for the camping trip. So if I just show you how I've got things set up in here. What I like to do is have two areas in my tent, kind of a utility area down that end there, so all of the packaging, all of the cases for sleeping bag, roll mat, and all my cooking gear and food goes down the toe end. And then my kind of living quarters at the other end, really. I say living quarters, it's such a small tent. It's 1 man, 1.5 man tent with a small porch on the side, But it's good to keep things separated out so you know where everything is and you can get out everything as you need it and move things around, and keep all your food in one place, keep things nice and tidy. I think neatness and being tidy when you're camping in such a small space is a very valuable skill. So next thing on the list of things to do, get a bit of water, get the stove on, and get some food. After all the preparation and the walk in and setting up camp, the moment where you just stop and just find this very peaceful moment to start cooking, just hear the flame from the burner running. It's just such a wonderful moment. You just know there's nobody else for so far around where I am. Very remote, very peaceful, very tranquil position to be in. Well, this is just an amazing way to enjoy the mountains. It's pitch black outside, absolutely peaceful. A light breeze, but it's hardly moving the tent. It is cold, of course. I can feel ice forming on the outer layer of the tent. But I've had a lovely warm meal. I'm tucked up inside a really warm sleeping bag. And as long as the wind doesn't pick up significantly, I think I'll have a pretty good night. Well, I have to say, that was quite a long night. It was cold. I put my extra layer on, my duvet jacket. Let's see how things are looking outside. Oh wow. That is stunning. Just cooking up my breakfast and staring out of the door at the most incredible sight, and the morning sun just lighting up Carne David there in the distance with that beautiful soft pink colour. The weather forecast for today wasn't actually so good, and it's going to cloud over later, but I wasn't expecting such a beautiful morning. This is turning out to be one of the most beautiful mornings I've ever seen in this valley. Possibly one of the most beautiful mornings I've experienced in Snowdonia in all the years I've been here, actually. Just waking up in Cwm Tryfan and seeing Bristly Ridge lit up, the east face of Tryfan looking absolutely glorious, all of the gullies, the buttresses, and then looking over at the Carne. What an incredible experience. Welsh winter mountaineering, it's not always like this. Usually far more grey and much more damp. So this is a real treat.